everybody, my name is Blanka Kamila and this is the first ever episode of Elevator. I'm so excited. So basically, if you didn't know already, or if you're not following the Instagram, you probably wouldn't know that my podcast, Maxmind, the podcast stemming from my company, has been rebranded into Elevator. And I couldn't be more excited. Today I am going to be taking you through everything that you need to know about Elevator. Now, this is the lobby episode. We're in the lobby, we're hanging out before we step into the elevator and before I take you up to level 1 next week. And I am going to be sharing the concept behind Elevator and every single little fun thing that you could expect. The concept behind Elevator podcast is an auditory experience, immersing the audience in a self-development journey. So you will hear a lot of dings, a little elevator music. And basically I created this podcast because I wanted you to feel like you were actually stepping into an elevator, leveling up through the knowledge that you're learning and stepping out like you're on a new level. And with the use of, obviously, the knowledge that I'm going to teach you that has helped countless people, and it's going to help you too. And then on top of that, the auditory experience, it's actually going to trick your mind into thinking that you actually have leveled up in some sort of way, because your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between a real and vividly imagined event. By vividly imagined, I mean use your emotions, use your 5 senses. So I'm bringing out the emotion and I'm helping you use your 5 senses to feel like you actually have leveled up. So get ready. I, Blanka Kamila, am your elevator operator, and I'm going to be by your side taking you up to a new level every single episode. And we are making our way right up to the penthouse using the express route. Let's get it. So I have done so much planning. I'm not sure if you can see. If you're watching on YouTube, you will be able to see. I have my laptop out and I'm going to read you all of my little planning. Not all the planning, but so much of the planning that I've done. And I hope to excite you as much as I'm excited myself. So this episode, the lobby, an introduction to Elevator. So like I previously mentioned, each episode is going to be a new level. For example, level 1, self-worth. Level 2, money mindset. Level 3, procrastination and performance, etc. In between little episodes, I'm going to chuck in a bonus episode. Okay, Blanka, what can I expect from these bonus episodes? Your bonus episodes, I am bringing you maintenance room episodes. Maintenance required, let's clear some limiting beliefs. Control panel episodes. Welcome to the control panel. This is exactly how your brain works. I'm bringing you some emergency button episodes. Break glass in case of self-doubt. Emergency button reset. Oh my god, I'm so creative. Wow, I'm so creative. Stuck between floor episodes. If you feel like you're stuck between floors, it's hard for you to level up. It just means you have a limiting belief. And I'm just going to help you clear it. And then you're going to level up. And I am going to help you reach so much success. However high you think you can go, I'm going to double it, triple it, 10 times that, and I'm going to take you up there. Another big part of Elevator that I wanted to introduce is the espresso symbolism. And you are going to see this everywhere, all over social media. You are going to see it in every single episode. My little espresso. I'm going to do shot of the day. Every single episode, I'm going to give you a shot of the day, which is a little bit of a tip. You're going to make my shot of the day with me on TikTok or Instagram, wherever you want to follow Elevator Podcast. I'll be there making it, talking to you about the episode, so you know exactly what to expect. And you're going to make my shot with me. First, TikTok is already up. Now, this is the reason why I picked an espresso. Out of every drink, every food, Blanka picked an espresso. Classy, elevated, and powerful, which is what you are. Espresso is crafted quality over quantity. As we all know, we don't rush success over here. You don't chug an espresso. You sip, savor, embody. It's elevated but approachable warmth with luxury. And you know where I got mine from? I picked it up from the Lobby Cafe. And if you don't know how to make an espresso and you want to sip one with me, you can find the recipe on Instagram that I wrote myself. I would also love to eventually introduce challenges. So I'm thinking 3-day, 5-day, 7-day, however long you guys want. We're in this together, okay? You tell me, you follow the Instagram, and I'm going to have polls and stories and every single thing up there so you can decide the fate of our podcast. And whatever you feel like doing, whatever you think is the most engaging, and whatever you think that you are going to enjoy and what's going to level your life up the most, that's what we're doing, and that's it. So these series are going to be called maybe Express Elevator, maybe VIP Priority Access, whatever we decide together, where a new podcast episode is posted every single day. So for 5 days straight, 3 days straight, however long we choose, that's how long every single day it's going to be posted for. And it's going to have an overall topic. So for example, self-worth. And every single day we are going to tackle a new little area, subtopic of self-worth. Maybe it's money mindset, maybe it's career success, whatever. And we are going to do some little daily challenges. And maybe if you guys want, we can do every single little daily challenge could enter you into a giveaway. And these giveaways could be physical giveaways or could be receiving free access into one of the programs for MaxMind Self-Development. Can't believe I haven't introduced her yet. Is my self-development company where I help so many people paid clients, or there's so many free resources on there. So if you did want some help with your self-development journey, go check it out. But we help so many people with neuroplasticity, unblocking their subconscious fears, and completely skyrocketing their mental and physical performance potential. And that's what we're doing here as well. Your mental and physical performance potential is going to go crazy. You're going to be unrecognizable. And that's it. I was also considering a little VIP penthouse concept. So I was thinking we could give you some exclusive content and call it the Penthouse Perspective. So we could bring in some guest speakers, and they are going to give you the penthouse perspective. We're going to take them into the elevator with us, and they're going to tell you exactly how they made it to the penthouse and how you're going to make it to the penthouse too. Long story short, we're in this together. We are leveling you up together, leveling up your life together, and I'm taking you to the very top. Now, as many of you know, Elevator is a rebrand of MaxMind, the podcast. I didn't feel that I was necessarily passionate about MaxMind, the podcast. Of course, I loved doing it, and the topics that I spoke about were really passionate. But in my opinion, I think the more passionate you are about something, the better you are at it, and the better things work out for you. Because I think that we can all agree that when you put in a lot of good enjoyment, positivity, whatever energy into something, that's what you get out of it. And although I loved recording the episodes of MaxMind, the podcast, and it reflected definitely in the way that people listened to the podcast, so many of you guys loved it, I wasn't necessarily super excited about posting and about the concept of it, because let's be real, it wasn't very thought out. It was just another podcast. But Elevator is something that I'm just so insanely excited about. And I truly believe it's going to do so well because of how much passion and excitement I have associated with it, and that I'm going to put into it. All of the MaxMind, the podcast episodes will still be up if you wanted to go back and listen. If you have listened before, maybe you haven't listened before and just wanted to get a little bit of an insight into my teaching style and the type of things that I'm going to teach you. Overall, I love podcasting, and I love hearing about the results that so many of you have had from my knowledge. And it's honestly just has to be my favorite thing, just receiving the messages and saying, oh, this happened to me, thank you, clear this belief, this happened, oh, like this helped me with a relationship, whatever. Some of the Max Mind topics that we spoke about that I would love to bring back because they performed so well include the psychology of attraction. So in this episode, I spoke about how your brain and how your nervous system reacts when you are with someone that you find attractive. And I know so many people will relate to this, but you get nervous, maybe you sweat, maybe you shake, and you just can't really speak. You're like, oh my God, what's happening to me? I don't know why I'm reacting like this. I never act like this. And it's the same reaction as if you were meeting a celebrity, because you've imagined them so many times in your life and you've placed them on a pedestal, for example. We had an episode 5 simple yet powerful lessons to carry into 2025, and I loved this episode so much, just the things that we spoke about. So let's have a look. We spoke about the importance of remembering emotional and mental growth and accepting the timelines in comparison to physical growth. So by this I mean that just because you haven't increased your finances by a lot in the past year, or maybe you haven't moved out of the house that you wanted to, or maybe you don't look very different, it doesn't mean that you lacked emotional growth and mental growth. You learned a lot of things. You developed your emotional intelligence. That growth is just as, if not important, as the physical growth. In this episode, we also spoke about how to avoid guilt during enjoyable moments, something that I have struggled with so much. I really struggle with, for example, going out and being with my friends, because always in the back of my mind is, but you should be working, but you're not where you thought that you had been. Hello, what did I just say? You are not where you thought you should have been by this time or by this age. Or there's so much that you wanted to achieve. Why aren't you doing that? Why are you letting yourself go out and have fun, huh? Well, we spoke about that. The truth behind what stress will actually do to you, which is not good. It's like chronic illness. So let's avoid the stress. What to actually feel proud of. Listen to the episode if you're interested in what I'm speaking about, or just follow the Instagram and stay tuned for when I'm going to be speaking about more of these topics. Okay, calm down, what the fuck. I'm so excited because I just love speaking about this. I love self-development. I'm actually tearing up because I'm just so excited. I can't believe, it sounds like a little bit cocky, but I'm just so good at it. And I can't believe that there are so many people that want me to help them, and that I have the ability to help so many people, that I have helped so many people, and that I'm going to continue to help more people. And then the last lesson of that is about how you're giving other people power to control your life, which is blaming other people for your misfortunes. We spoke about the hidden key to academic success that schools don't teach, which is clearing your limiting beliefs, because your subconscious beliefs control your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Your subconscious mind is also, its job is to keep you alive. And it also believes that fear is equivalent to death. So if you fear something stupid, for example, not stupid, but if you fear something that you might think is stupid, let's put it that way. If you fear something that you think is stupid and you're unconscious of fearing it, for example, moving across the country, your subconscious mind is like, okay, if I move across the country, I die. Hold on, what could make me move across the country? Maybe doing well in school, because I would have to go to that university. Hold on, because it controls your thoughts, feelings, behaviors, it'll literally make you not perform well, not remember things, whatever, and in turn make you get bad grades, so you don't have to face your fear of moving across the country. Hello? Get out. We spoke about how your attachment style is costing you money and success, because generally we approach money and success the same way that we approach our relationships, which we can see a lot of correlations when we're looking at a perspective of attachment style. We spoke about common limiting beliefs that hold people back. We spoke about how you are your worst enemy, about if your friends aren't successful, you won't be either. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. The 5 top people that you surround yourself with, you are the average of that. So we spoke about that. We spoke about why you aren't ready for success, and we can speak about it again if that's what you want, whatever. Tell me what you want and I'll be that for you. If you've seen The Notebook. But basically in that episode we just spoke about how if you haven't prepared yourself, okay, so if you want a partner, why do you still sleep in the middle of the bed? If you want a partner, why do you still park in the middle of the driveway, not on the side? Why aren't you leaving room for their car? Why aren't you leaving room for their body on the bed? If you want to move across the country, why do you still have your gym memberships? Why do you still have those big cupboards? Why haven't you gotten rid of those? You're moving across the country, remember? If you want that new computer, why haven't you made room on your desk? You know you're not going to get it, and that's why you haven't made room for it. But the second that you convince yourself that you will get it, oh, hold on, I need to make room for it, that's when it arrives. Because you are holding yourself back, blocking yourself without even realizing it. You're like, oh yeah, no, I think that I should get it. I think I will get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get a boyfriend this year. Yeah, I'm going to get a boyfriend. Well, obviously you don't think that. You're just telling yourself that, because if you thought that, you wouldn't be sleeping in the middle of the bed. You wouldn't have your whole closets filled messy. You would leave room for their toothbrush. You would leave room for their car in the driveway. We also spoke about how you won't achieve your goals until you detach, and how emotional attachment can be quite dangerous when you want to reach a goal. We also had episodes where we spoke about why you won't date the person that you're chasing because you're chasing them. Check out the episode if you're interested, or we can speak about it on Elevator. As I said, whatever you guys want. Why your life falls apart during the subconscious mind reprogramming process. Why specific subconscious mind reprogramming techniques won't work for you. And it's not like they won't work for you, but for a lot of people, the way that your subconscious mind intakes information is known as a learning style. So if you have an auditory learning style, or you're a visual learner, try using techniques for a visual learner to reprogram your subconscious mind instead of using techniques for a read/write learner. My subconscious mind reprogramming holy grail. Are you sacrificing enough? My favorite episode to date, Mindset 101. Why your neurological bonds are preventing your dream life. How to identify and clear limiting beliefs. The list goes on. So honestly, I can speak about whatever you guys want, whether it's relationships, personal development, subconscious mind reprogramming, neuroplasticity, conscious habit change, a goal-setting framework. I can speak about personal identity. I can speak about self-sabotage. I can speak about anything that you feel like. Anything you want, let's get it. One of my favorite topics that I think are the most valuable to learn about is self-worth, so you will be hearing a lot about that. Let's get ready for next week's episode. Officially, I'm taking you to level 1, so get so excited. Make sure that you are following Elevator on TikTok and especially on Instagram so that you don't miss any updates, so that you don't miss any voting polls, because you are going to be more involved than ever. And I promise you that you are going to absolutely fall in love with this podcast and the things that it does to your life. So thank you for being with me in this little introductory episode in the lobby. I'm excited for us to go up to level 1 together, up to level 15, to level 30, to level 72, and eventually up to the penthouse. And I'm so excited to help you level up your life. As always, the Max Mind inbox is open for any questions, queries you can have. You can also DM us on Instagram. Everything will be linked in the show notes, and every Max Mind, the podcast episode that I just mentioned, is still available to listen to. If you just can't wait for the self-development journey to begin, then off you go. Episode 1. Coming very soon. Don't forget to follow our Instagram so you don't miss any updates and so that you can press play as soon as it drops. Thank you for being here. Thank you for getting excited with me, and I'll see you next week. where I'm helping you get to the penthouse, like I said a million times. I am Blanka Kamila, and thank you for listening to Elevator.